Ladies and gentlemen, this is the finals now of American College Cricket's Southwest Regionals here in Houston, Texas. It's been a lot of fun today. Seeing the difference in actually the pitch surfaces made a big difference to the earlier games, because yesterday qualifying rounds were played on an AstroTurf wicket, which bounced quite high, and today when the players transferred to the grass wicket, they found the ball was playing a lot lower and they were actually getting out to less technical shots, so they actually had to improve their technical batting on this grass wicket. And now we're getting ready for the finals, and the two teams that qualified were the University of Texas Arlington and University of Texas Dallas. And there are, about 6 separate campuses of University of Texas, and these two are fairly close to each other, about 30 miles apart. And we'd like to have the toss up now, so we're going to go to Lalit here, who's going to be from University of Arlington. Lalit, I'll have you call for this toss. Who wants to call? What's yours? Okay, Lalit to call. Okay. All right. Tails it is. Yes. So Praveen, what would you like to do?
We are gonna bat first.
You're going to bat first. Okay. I think that's a wise decision. I think Lalit would have done the same, right?
I would, yeah.
That's right. So we're going for a good technical fielding game today, right? And good tight bowling. Okay, gentlemen, good luck today, and we're looking forward to a great match, okay? Thank you very much. And so as the two sides get ready, University of Arlington will be out in the field, and University of Dallas are happy to go in and bat on a nice drying surface. Quite different from earlier this morning. Lalit now is setting his field. Batsmen from Dallas are ready to come on board. I'm looking forward to a hard-fought final.
University of Texas Dallas versus University of Texas Arlington. Two strong teams matching up here and wanting to set up themselves for nationals. We're here at Musa Stadium, and the American College Cricket Southwest Championship is presented by Sling TV. Associate sponsor LED King. American College Cricket has had national championships from 2009 March every year since in Fort Lauderdale area at Central Bard Regional Park and surrounding fields. Regional championships in the fall started in 2010, and they're held all over the country, the Midwest.
Hi, my name is Praveen Kumar. I'm a top order right-handed batsman and a part-time leg spinner.
And we also have the All-Star matches where American College Cricket All-Stars from American universities play against the All-Stars from Canadian universities. We're just about to get ready to start now. First ball to be delivered by, I believe this is Petapudi.
Petapudi is a good...
Hi, my name is Ashwin. I'm a right-handed batsman and off spinner.
Here he comes. Opening ball. And it's wide. That's unusual.
Gautam Petapudi. I'm a right-arm medium fast bowler.
Much on line and length. Previous 3 games that I've seen him in. So this will be the 4th game for these two teams in 2 days. So they've had a fair amount of cricket. That's more like it. Again, still wide, but it's definitely coming with pace, and once he gets his line, it'll be hard to play. 2 runs on the board. Still 6 balls to bowl.
Ashwin Khannan and Praveen Anagi opening bats for Dallas. And Petapudi, the bowler, bowling towards the sling end. Sling, the presenting sponsor of the American College Cricket Southwest Regional.
Beautiful ball, right on line and length. That's the Narapati we know. I've got to tell you, Lloyd, I've really enjoyed meeting these young men out there playing cricket today and yesterday. They're fine fine young men. They're going to do well in America.
Absolutely. Very talented in their cricket. A nice looking shot to mid-off. And they run a quick single. Very talented in their cricket, and of course very studious. We're talking about future engineers and doctors and IT professionals, MBAs.
Accountancy. All those professions that need some number crunching. Oh, lovely shot. Attack right away with University of Dallas.
Kanan hitting that one straight back over the bowler high, and it was 4 from the minute it left the bat.
That's a nice aggressive start by University of Dallas.
Work with over the years, and we'll get back to that as Petapudi. And this one is driven in the air again. This one will elude the fielder over his head, but they get a couple. Duncan Finch at the Central Broward Regional Park and stadium has been awesome. From the beginning of American college cricket, that first day when he came out to the field to meet me, when we had that first little championship, to today, he's been an awesome friend of American college cricket and a wonderful professional to work with at the stadium, and really a key to us playing there every year, both the nationals and the regionals. This one is played down to mid, the long off position. There'll be a single. So Duncan Finch has also done a magnificent job at this stadium, despite all the things that it has had to go through to survive. He's been a key factor in it still being there available for cricket. And so we were pleased the other day to have the CPL first, and then a month later to have India versus the West Indies. And just a fulfillment of the plans and all the hard work that went into
right arm medium fast bowler.
it survived over the years for cricket. So kudos to Duncan Finch, and he's definitely someone we thoroughly appreciate.
Lloyd.
Jamie Lloyd.
Jamie Lloyd.
Yeah, so it'll be
lovely
two
New
Lloyds
Zealander.
in Florida. Yes.
Oh,
And
that
that
is
was wide
very
outside
wide.
off stump.
Wider
That'll be
bowlers.
4
That's,
wides.
yeah, that's an expensive piece of bowling. That.
Well, speaking of Jamie Lloyd, he has been such an awesome addition to what we do in American college cricket since he moved to the United States. First, of course, as staff for Cricket HQ and then for Dream 11, but also just as a friend. Words couldn't be expressed enough to our appreciation for Jamie Paul Lloyd. Always there for us, and he'll be there in the southeast in Florida. And that one's wide of the off stump. Batsman tries to play at it, but it's wide by the umpire. So some difficulty here for the bowler, keeping control and line and length. And a little bit of wind coming up, but I don't think that should probably be enough to cause an issue. He just has to focus a little bit more.
Captain just trying to calm him down a little bit. There we go. Almost. That was an excellent ball.
And in Florida also we have Max Dia. Max Dia is always in charge of our umpires for the nationals and the regionals, which in itself is a huge task in terms of scheduling and ensuring everything is on. So Max Dia. And this one is hit over the top, and that'll be 4 runs.
Beautiful shot.
Yes, between the point and cover area, there's no man there, and it's 4 runs. So Dallas
starting off very strongly here. Will aid some help from the bowling.
Yep, 4 byes. 11 now for Praveen Anagi. 20 without loss in the second over. Right arm. And this one's hit
It's a
in the air.
catchable.
Will somebody get under it? It'll be a difficult catch to take. And he put it down. But those high catches are very hard to take. So
Yeah, you have to-
Nagy lives to fight on. And
Nice defensive shot there. Bowling up on his length. And Dallas really batting very sensibly at the moment. With a little help from Arlington. Hyperventilated cricket. I think the umpire may have stopped that.
the wicket did.
Oh, the wicket. Okay. Need my glasses. Thank you, Lloyd.
Well, look.
Yeah.
$13 for Nagy, 1 for Kanan, 22 without loss. Wide of the off stump, driven down to the long off area for a single. You're watching the American College Cricket Southwest Championship presented by Sling TV, and our associate sponsor is LED King.
Wind picking up here again. So,
Rahul Radhakrishna, right arm batting all-rounder.
spin bowling if needed. Change of bowling here. Both captains felt very secure in their spin attack, so I thought they would bring on the spinners early, and here we go. And immediately pays dividends. Dot ball. Good piece of batting and bowling there. Cat and mouse.
Rahul Radhakrishnan.
Bowling to his field. No slips anymore. Still having to play within the 30-yard circle. Two fielders outside, as permitted at this level. You can only move outside the circle after 10 overs. Just two fielders outside permitted. First 10 overs. We're going to get there. That's a 6. Glorious 6.
Nicely struck over mid-on and clearing the boundary for 6 runs. Now, American College Cricket in 2014, March 2014, we broadcast our Nationals finals live on ESPN, and that was the first cricket in the U.S. to be played on ESPN. As the batsman is looking for another big hit, he hits it in the air, that'll be 4 runs. So,
10 runs, 2 balls.
looking for the score here now.
We're at a torrid pace at the moment.
Nagy on 24 or 15 with 3 4s and a 6. And in
Slightly wide, nice, beautiful cut through covers there. Excellent shot. 4 all the way. It's been a very expensive over, 14 off the over so far. So we're into the 40s now. And I think what we've got here is a prime batting wicket now. Everything's dried out, ball's bowling high, bouncing high rather.
University of Dallas striking this ball firmly. A lot more confidence than some of the other sides earlier today. They've actually improved dramatically each game, so obviously the experience is doing them good. Beautiful defensive shot there to a good ball. I think we're going to see a very exciting final by the looks of things. Another good defensive play there. The bowler keeps the ball way up on a length, offside to the batsman. He's looking for that loose ball that he can hit hard, and he's already shown he's capable of doing that. Directly to the long on boundary. Sorry, long off. Just a quick single. So the fielder changing the setting, strengthening the offside boundary. Going to more offside attack, and this could have been a run out. Got to gather the ball though. Good single. Excellent opening partnership here by University of Texas at Dallas. Just what their doctor ordered. Keeping the ball and the batting rotating.
And so that to hit a turf wicket.
Hit and a miss.
Some quick work there by wicketkeeper Harish, but the batsman was safely in.
Nice dab down and going much further distances than earlier today. But the batsmen are getting behind this ball. They're not swiping at it like we saw earlier today. So they got time to position themselves. That may be a catch, but no.
The captain tried to get to it, but it was too far from him. And ultimately, the batsman survived.
Fell between the two of them. Batsman looking too comfortable at the moment for Arlington's future. Nice piece of bowling.
So that's Rahul Radhakrishna bowling, and he's in the second over. 11 runs scored off him so far. Ashokan took some beating in his 2 overs, 19 runs. And Pedapudi just 1 over, 10 runs. 40 without loss, University of Texas Dallas. Cannon on 6, Anagi on 26, extras making up the rest.
That was a good over.
अपने शो की टीआरपी बढ़ाने के लिए कपिल कॉलिंग।
हेलो शाहरुख भाई, कपिल दिस साइड। आप जिस नंबर को कॉल कर रहे हैं वो फिलहाल व्यस्त है।
Numerology needs, contact Brain Jyotish. And visitorscoverage.com, insurance for parents visiting USA. Presented by Sling Television. In association with LED King, quality LED solutions. Call 972-243-KING. And Lakshmi brand, made fresh because health is real wealth.
Four dot balls there.
American College Cricket, presented by Sling TV. and you can see some great daisy programming on Sling. So it looks like Peripuri has come back in the attack with number 21 on his back, and good ball, but played out into the onside, and the batsman go for a quick single and put in pressure on the fielder run in. He didn't pick up cleanly. So just another example of why running those quick singles are so valuable in the greater context of the game. Ashokan once more. Oh, and that one's giving some air.
Air on the leg side.
Taken by the keeper. So some exciting cricket this weekend. A number of close games. Ashokan outside the off stump, driven out into the extra cover area. And there's no run. And the setting is beautiful, has been brilliant sunshine all day.
Except for the fog this morning, look, you know.
Yeah, that we did come into fog.
Burned off quickly though. Oh, a lovely shot. Driven there on the onside. Straight over the boundary. It was a 4 as soon as it hit the bat. So attacking, the leg side stump as a tactic doesn't seem to be working either. But that's what Ashokan seems to be trying to achieve here. But that was dispatched to the boundary very fast. So these batsmen are beginning to see the ball like basketballs rather than cricket balls. They played themselves in. And it's actually the first partnership today on this wicket that we've seen this happen as an opening partnership.
Well, Ashwin Khanna has been quiet, and he just struck out 4. So maybe we'll see some action from his end. He's been quiet while Zanagi has been scoring well. So the scoring rate right now is 7.94 for Dallas. So pretty good after they'll be finishing their 6th over shortly. So
44 runs then, or
they can be pretty pleased with where they're at right now. Arlington, bowler in. Nice ball, but nicely stroked down for a single to the man on the long on running around.
This is a sign of superior cricket. I mean, we're getting some good bowling now on a length, and the batsmen are still scoring. So they're definitely moving it up a notch on this beautiful pitch here in Pearland. It's about half an hour outside of Houston. You can see what
right.
Got the nets over to the right there, where they got all the teams practice this morning. 2 different surfaces, grass and concrete, so they get to play on a variety of surfaces.
Yeah, I want to say hi to one of our
Rahul, batting all-rounder.
Florida as well, Andy Sudan. He's done some tremendous work for American college cricket in the past year in particular. So
it's Rahul into bowl now. A little bit of spin bowling. That's a nice ball there.
Harish hopefully appealing to the square leg umpire for that stumping.
Well, as a cricketer's cricketer, he likes to challenge the batsman. You'll get a duel here.
Pull from outside the off stump. The ball was coming in a little bit, so it was there for the pull in, but
got some good off breaks here from a height, and batsman counters that one. Slight change of length there. Quick single, scrambled.
Now this last March we saw University of South Florida taking their 2nd championship, the first of our teams to repeat. They had won in 2014 on that game on ESPN, as Rahul comes in right arm tall, which is way outside the off stump, and gives
a lovely stumping.
Yep, gives Harish the opportunity to grab that and wreck the stumps. So that was a nice setup there, And Anagi goes after batting well for his 27 in 20 balls, 3 fours, 1 6, stumped by Harish, bowled by Rahul Rao, to the veterans of the University of Texas Arlington team. And Dallas loses their first wicket at 4-7. Kanan is still there on 12.
Hey, my name is Tanvish Namnaik and I am a batting all-rounder.
To Texas, but for a while was working in Florida. And of course the support of Stephanie at University of Staff at the University of Texas Arlington has been tremendous for the club getting where it's at right now. And as we see Rahul Rao just getting that wicket, courtesy of the stump in by Harish. He will be bowling to, we'll tell you in a sec, Namnaik, who batted well in the semifinals for University of Texas Arlington. He's one of their all-rounders, bats pretty high and bowls. And he has a chance now to just go for his shots with this start that has been given by the openers. A bit of wind picking up here in Pearland at Musa Stadium as Rahul Rao comes in, bowls outside the off stump, leads back, chops that, goes through the fielder's hand. So they'll get a couple here perhaps. And yeah, they do, and this will be tight. Harish for once does not grab it cleanly, and the batsman got back safely. So looking for the runs here. Arlington, since they already got out to a good start, 52 for 1. And this should be the last ball of this 7th over. Scoring rate right now is 7.61. The sole wicket to fall was a defensive shot. They'll get a single. Was taken by Rao off a stump in by Harish. So as I was saying, the University of South Florida won the national championship for the 2nd time. And that has been the most consistent American college cricket team. Started with us in 2009 as one of the first 5. The guys were only playing before that hard tennis ball cricket, and convinced them to change over to hard ball. They showed up and got to the finals of that first one. And every subsequent regional or nationals, they made the semis or the finals, with I think one exception. And a number of finals and just couldn't get to the championship till 2014, led by Sai Ramesh, as this one is flighted and played defensively by the batsman. 2014, Sai Ramesh took them all the way, and you know, not only his captaincy but his tremendous batting. He's one of the best batsmen in the United States. Another flighted one, good bowling here, and this is Radhakrishna, and some good bowling, keeping it tight, 2 dot balls. Sai struck out, that was nicely dabbed down to the 3rd man. He'll run, will he get it? And he does catch it all the way down to the 3rd man boundary, and they got a couple.
If I recall, Lloyd, Sai, when that finally won the championship, didn't they get a lot of recognition in their university for what they'd done?
Absolutely, and I'll talk a little bit at it after I watch. And this one is swung around nicely along the ground. Will the fielder get to it on the backward square leg boundary? He does, and a pretty good throw. Yeah. So good cricket there, nice shot, and great fielding. The entire team was featured on the University of South Florida homepage for about a week. They were right there. Anyone looking at the University of South Florida website would see University of South Florida cricket team. As we watch the bowler come in, Watson tries to crack that one. Doesn't get all of it. They'll get a single though to a short 3rd man. And in addition to that, the school president at graduation talked about the club in front of all the students and their parents and so on who were graduating. This one swung around again along the ground, and the man on the square leg boundary comes in and keeps it down to a single. So they did get tremendous recognition for that, for winning, as they did again when they won this year in March. You know, helps the club.
And also advertised as a school overseas as a cricket playing destination. And a lot of these students like to know where the good cricket is played when they choose a university.
Absolutely. Oh, that one came in. Nice off break there. Forced to play defensively.
So the wicketkeeper felt that could have been an out, but the batsman dabbed it down safely.
Oh, and yes, went to swing that one around, was on the wicket and looked to be out. And
crept in behind him.
Sure, the
nice piece of bowling.
Yep.
Kind of showing it as he comes off there.
58 now for 2, University of Texas, Dallas. And
otherwise known as UTA. Batsman loosening up, coming in. Quick transition.
Hi, my name is Jafar Shahabuddin. I'm a right-hand batsman and a right-hand fast bowler. And I go to University of Texas, Dallas.
We're all ready to bowl. Nicely played. Dab single down to mid-off. Rolling again to keeps the bowling tight, forcing the batsman to play straight. There's that one out a bit, almost got him with a catch there. Some canny bowling going on here. Trying to force mistakes out of the batsman. Confident bowler roll. Bats the same way. Lovely shot. Pierces the offside. Sweeper picked up. Just one run. So the score rotating not long nicely. Probably what we loaded about 8 and over. Slightly lower now.
it is 6.67. At 60 for 2, Jafar Shahabuddin on 1, Kanan on 14. They changed up the batting order, did UT Dallas.
I'm Trivikram Madhan. I bowl right arm leg spin.
Yeah, I figure they wear out the opening bowlers a bit before they let him in. Try to force away on the leg side there, but fielder stops it. Short mid on. Another flick off his feet for a single to square leg. Good tight bowling, batsman really having to angle it to try and pick up a run or two.
Well, yeah, we saw 2 wickets fall and bowling also tightened. So now Dallas is not in the commanding position that they were in before. Madhavan, the new bowler, he took 3 wickets in the first semi-finals for Arlington. And was actually the MVP for that game.
Excellent. See whether we can duplicate that effort here. Force on the onside here, another single, just playing the ball wherever possible around the clock face of the field. Oh, we're going high, and this is catchable. And we've dropped. There's two catches dropped by Arlington. You have to bring those in if you're going to win this game.
Yeah, what a difference that would have made right now. That would have been 3 wickets down.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 deep catches, so practice would help in that arena right now. That's where we...
Yes. So the score now, after 10 overs, 64 for 2. That average is easy to calculate, 6.4. Kanan on 16, Chabadin on strike will be on 3. Nam Naik on 9, LBW. Anagi caught stumped by Harish, bowled by Rao for 27.
Ball forced in the outfield there. Quick single. Bowler getting some spin on this one. Picks it up on the volley. Fielder's ready waiting at mid-on there. It's one way to counteract the spin though, is to grab it on the volley, which he did thus there. Digs this one out to the offside. Takes an amble single down to long mid-on. Keeps the score rotating. Bowler pitching it up and giving it plenty of air. Bowler
Caught and bowled.
Yeah, it was a lovely piece of fielding that.
Yeah, the batsman was trying to use his feet to get to the pitch of that one, and perhaps the bowler sensed that and dropped it just a little bit shorter.
He looks so relaxed, and I'm so used to all the histrionics that goes on around getting people out nowadays that it just looked like a bump ball. And,
you're correct about that. There was no histrionic.
No, it just raised his hands above his head and took a beautiful caught and bowled. And he'd set him up for it too, because he put him around the clock and then bowled that little one extra. And
I'm not sure that even some of the fielders knew that it took that catch.
Hi, I'm Aditya. I'm a right-hand batsman and right-hand medium pace bowler.
Those are the ones that silent but deadly type outs that really can pierce the heart of a team.
So suddenly Dallas is 66 for 3. Kanan is still there on 17.
Dallas still got some breathing room here, but the bowling is tightening. Force onto the onside there. Quick single to leg, square leg. I mean, these, they played, this is the 4th game for these 2 teams in 2 days. I mean, can understand being a little tired. And that's when things tend to get a bit sloppier. But they're playing good, solid cricket right now. Again, a drive straight over the bowler's head, and that's 4 runs all the way. Just perfect timing, placement.
Well, that's the key. Put it where there's nobody.
Yeah. Well, in fact, that's what the previous batsman was trying to do, but they didn't hit it hard enough. And those catches are kind of hard because they're instinctual. You're not looking at the ball coming to you like we just saw the drop here. It's just...
टीवी से आए हुए लोग इनको क्या समझे फिल्मों की?
अच्छा, आपने तो शुरुआत बड़ा टाइटैनिक से की थी ना। मैं तो फिर भी सोनी टीवी से कर रहा हूँ, आपने तो सरकारी चैनल से की थी।
ज्यादा सरकारी मत बोल, पिछली बार तूने सरकारी बोला, 3 केस चल रहे हैं तेरे पे।
Television. In association with LED King, quality LED solutions. Call 972-243 King. And Lakshmi brand, made fresh because health is real wealth.
You put your hands up and hope. It's always nice to bring down a catch like that. Bowler waiting. Nice.
So 71 for 3, University of Texas, Dallas.
Gradually tightening loose. Arlington as they tighten the bowling here. Again, we've got a straight drive down on the onside, straight to fielder. Well, there'll be at least 7 rough this over.
Madhavan is the bowler. Took 3 wickets in the semi-finals. Kanan moves on to 21 from 29 deliveries with 3-4, strike rate of 72.41. The run rate right now is 6.36.
Madhavan tries to air that one out, give it a little bit more of offside, and it's cut square to mid wicket on the offside. We're at 8 runs on this over. Oh, that was very close. Bat kept low, and I don't know whether he got his bat on it. Definitely a run, but was it a bye? It's a bye. But about umpire signals bye.
So 3 wickets for Rahul Rao so far for 16 runs in 3 overs.
Very good. Oh, it appears the onside here. It'll be a quick single, probably going for the second. Sent back by the very close there. Sent back by the batsman at the non-batting end.
Well, David, you know, looking around as we've been driving around to Katie Field, to here, to the hotel and so on, there's been a noticeable absence of mountains like you're accustomed to in California.
Oh yes, yes, we were joking about the freeways above the flatlands, and they were the highest points, weren't they, on the crossover?
Yep.
And I was amazed to see the amount of forest and density of the forest.
Fair among the trees, right?
When, you know, alligators like it, right? And there's a fair amount of water too. I mean, the American Canal, which is fog bound when we drove in this morning. A lot of irrigation type canals around. And definitely wide open spaces in Texas. Good place to develop.
Really wide open spaces.
Yeah. Place for the cattle to roam. The western heart grasp is firmer. And the heart warmer, they tell me.
And this one is flighted, and good ball. So much flight.
Yep.
And this is the place too where cricketers can roam.
Free, yes. Just like the long haul cows until they come home.
Yep. 76 for 3. Oh, and that's a valiant attempt by the bowler, dive into his left.
Batsman well placed that ball. Finding the gap. Keeping the score ticking over. Not getting tied down. Here we go, another nice shot. We're going 4 all the way.
So Radhakrishnan
on the leg side here. Beautiful onside drive. With a small little pavilion there. It kind of reminds me of the octagonal pavilion you see in Germantown in Philadelphia there, Lloyd. It could, you know, with that second story where you got that photograph of yourself with the...
I have to take a look at that photograph.
Yeah, it's quite a photograph then. And also, you know, gentlemen of Philadelphia just sat on those steps. So, you know, it's good to remember some of these locations. That's a lovely shot there coming over to mid-wicket, and Fielder cuts it off nicely. So they just get 1 run on a well-hit shot.
The run rate right now is 6.48. We're in the 13th over. 8-1 for 3. You're watching American College Cricket. Presented by Sling TV. Associate sponsor LED King. The
bowlers here trying to air out and tempt the batsman into mishitting or overhitting, but nothing doing at the moment. They're 2 very interesting little pavilions, well positioned, and presumably they'll play into the next two fields that are being built behind this slingshot sight screen. There will certainly be probably changing rooms or something along those lines.
Well, the British Officers Cricket Club, well, I'm not sure if I should say this now, but since I've started saying it, they plan to put a little pavilion in between the two fields.
That's nice.
And it might have somewhat of a shape like that, because it's meant to be a viewing position for both fields.
Right, right. And that's one of the nice things about having your own ground, and that's why, you know, Saki, I think, wanted to have his own ground, because you're not limited by regulations for the parks to have access for everybody.
And
so
that's another cotton bowl.
Yep.
Again, it was so...
Again, quiet, no histrionics.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a UT University of Texas Arlington team that feel playing well within themselves, feeling confident, even though they're reigning in Dallas, and they have that confidence of the winner.
I'm gonna have to ask them when I talk to them, what century are they from? Because this is like the old style cricketers who, you know, just everything was quiet.
I'm Jagpreet Singh. I'm an off spinner and a middle order batsman.
These days you're supposed to jump and shout and yell and slap each other on the back, and
yeah, this is good old school cricket, right, that we're witnessing right now.
So I don't know, is this a team from the past? Have they time traveled?
It's definitely a throwback, isn't it? I mean, we found that the other night, Lloyd, didn't we, when we were sitting out there on Amir's deck and just enjoying a good Pakistani meal.
And a country,
just remind
just
us,
the countryside, the dark countryside.
Yeah, no lights, potholes, just a mansion on one side and an oil well on the next. You can see the transition in the neighborhood.
83 for 4, University of Texas Dallas in the 14th over. Ashwin Khanna refuses to budge, and he's on 28 off 34 balls with 4 fours. So he's holding the fort steady. Rahul Rao has been a main wicket taker with 3 wickets, but Madhavan came back and took 1 for 8 runs, and now in his 3rd over, and of course had an MVP performance in the semi-final for University of Texas Arlington. Here he is.
That ball was off the bottom of the bat where the batsman had no idea where it went. And he does dig that one out. He certainly knew where that went, and that's down to mid-on. Easy single, but it was on a length. The wind again picking up, just helps the spin bowling a little bit. That's why we're getting some again off the inside edge of the bat. He's had 2 in this over, so he's living dangerously as the batsman.
This must be the year of living dangerously.
I think so.
Well,
whether it be by tweet or WikiLeaks or whatever, it's you definitely can't take anything for granted out there on the wicket.
Now we do have a fantastic vantage point for commentary here. We're at the top of the side screen, looking towards the Sling TV end, and we can also look around behind us and to our left and right as this one's played down the 3rd man area. Fielder coming around gets it. It's a single, but it's a pretty good vantage point. It's practically like a mountain in Texas terms.
This is really a high mountain up here at 20 feet. Yes, you get that vantage point, and we were able to see the ball moving a lot early this morning, weren't we, with the late swing? And
it definitely gave us that opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, a nice square shot here, and easily straight to the fielder. So that could be another single. So the score is ticking over, but we're keeping the boundaries down. So that means that Arlington are keeping the score within reach for when they go in. And just a few overs now, Lloyd. What are we up to now?
We are at 88 for 4. Jaspreet Singh is on 4, the new batsman. Khanna is chugging along at 29 and 35 balls with 4 fours. And Madhavan completes another over. 13 runs.
It's we have a new bowler on.
Hi, I am Yash Kavadia. I am right-hand batting all-rounder.
This is an interesting run-up. He's got 2 hash marks, so obviously we expect some variable pace. Probably open up with a couple of fast ones and move to his other hash mark and slow down a little bit. But often these run-ups are calibrated for certain balls. Here we come. And it crisply hit there, straight to the field on the boundary, but another single.
So David, I should tell our listeners a little bit about you. David Sentence not only does commentary for American college cricket, but he also is a cricket historian and author. Has written, as we watched the bowler come in, right arm, flights that one a little bit, just dabbed to short backward point here for a single by Jaspreet Singh. David has written a book, Cricket in America, 1710, David?
Yeah, 1710 to 2000.
To 2000. And you can get that book. You can order it on Amazon. A great, just gives you a lot of the history of cricket in this country, which goes back a long time, as the title indicates. This one is flighted and struck back down over the bowler, but there's a man down a very fine mid-off. It goes straight to him, and it's just a single. 31 for Ashwin Khanna. And you're now working on the part 2 of that story, because of course the story continues to now.
It does, Lloyd, and you know, I cut it off in 2000 because that was really before the digital revolution in cricket, and really you are the beneficiary of Facebook and a lot of these new technologies that have come along since I brought that story to an end in 2000, and I did that simply because I could see that the Indian immigration was expanding rapidly into the colleges. I had no idea what you'd do with American college cricket, and but I knew that something was going to happen, and you've shaped it at this level. And I think really the Indian community are reclaiming the narrative of cricket in the United States. I mean, technically they're still an immigrant game, whereas during the days of Arthur Goodwill Spalding it was mainstream. But television is it's pretty hard to ignore, and you know, I think more and more Americans will get to see the game being played and want to participate. So it's nice to have a catalyst group such as these bright young men who seem to enjoy the game and getting out from behind the screens to get some exercise, some vitamin D, and so there's a whole new narrative of cricket being written in the United States 100 years on, and really just this last 10 years it has just expanded all over the United States. And I don't think baseball need to feel threatened in any way, and it's not really a threat. It's just that you've got a new non-contact recreational sport that has a lot of cultural and historical overtones that can, I think, benefit America in the long run.
So 3 overs left, and 6.27 is the run rate right now. 94 for 4. The University of Texas Dallas needs to do something big in these last 3 overs. If they can get 10 runs and over, it'll put an additional 30 runs on the board, which is very defendable. And here he goes for a big hit.
Oh, we've dropped again.
Well, that was right on the boundary, so it was hard.
Yeah, he tried to stop a 6, and you know, actually that particular fielding position always is a curiosity for baseball fans, because they wonder why the fielder stays put, doesn't just follow it back. Well, of course, in cricket it's going to be a 6 if you cross the boundary. In baseball, it doesn't really matter, and that's why there's quite a different use of the boundary in cricket than there is in baseball, and why you see many 6s going, which would normally be caught by a baseball player. Case hard hit to square here is the University of Dallas try. Oh, that was a bad misfield.
Yeah, it was the wrong way to handle that.
You can't afford those at this time of the game. So that's 10 runs and 2 balls, and that's going to make University of Texas Arlington's job a little bit tougher, so for sure.
104 for 4.
So University of Dallas putting on a very strong batting performance here, and really keeping University of Arlington at bay. Here we go, hitting square, straight to the fielder at this time. But we've got 11 runs and 3 balls, so they definitely are picking up the pace.
It's up to 6.71 runs right now per over.
And you got 2 batsmen that have played in quite well, so they're feeling quite confident.
Yeah, Kanan is edging towards his 50. As Jasprit Singh hits this one high, will he be caught by the captain? No.
Another 6. So University of Dallas now, his tail's beginning to wag.
And Rahul Rao, having taken 3 wickets, is now getting hit
hard
and high for some runs here. It's now 27 runs off of him after 3.4 overs.
And the scoring rate's probably up to about at 7 and over by now.
6.7. Rahul. And the batsman tries the
scoop, and after 2 lovely 6s, that was a rather strange choice there.
Yep.
अपने शो की टीआरपी बढ़ाने के लिए कपिल कॉलिंग।
हेलो शाहरुख भाई, कपिल दिस साइड। आप जिस नंबर को
carries you into
another zone. I wouldn't have thought that was in a position.
King Quality LED Solutions. Call 972-243-KING. And Lakshmi brand, made fresh because health is real wealth.
I wouldn't have thought that was in a position to try that shot, but you know, he wouldn't be the first batsman to get carried away after hitting 2 6s.
Yeah, your confidence carries you into
another zone.
Another zone, yeah.
So the end of the over. Rahul's return for his second spell, greeted by the batsman with joy, and seen 111 for 4.
Sounds like a story, that, like Rahul's return.
Yes, that's the
here
next.
we go, another 6. Oh, we've got 3 6s here in 2 overs. This is amazing.
A great effort again by the fielder trying to take a 6 on the bound, trying to take a catch on the boundary.
Still over on the jump.
Just too high.
Yeah.
And Jasprit Singh gets another 6. So Jasprit seems to be a difference maker here.
This is a winning knock right here.
Moves on to 12. Kanan on 44. Sorry, moves on to Kanan. Sorry, that was Kanan's 50.
Let's congratulate. It's the first 50 of today in Moosa Stadium. So congratulations
to Kanan. Delightful 50. Got it with a 6 as well.
Yeah.
Even though we were confused for a little bit there.
Excellent.
Jasprit Singh on strike now.
Close call there. It's the sort of thing you want to see at this stage of the game.
So his 50, he's now on 51, 4 to 6 deliveries, 5 4s, 2 6s. And very important, he stayed there when wickets were falling at the other end.
Yeah.
And solidified this innings.
Had a very good innings. Here again, another 6.
And this allowed Jasprit Singh to do what he's doing now. That's the third 6 for Jasprit. And he will move on to 18. I'm sorry, that's the second 6 for Jasprit. He'll move on to 18 off 8 balls. So Kanan, what an innings to put his team in a position where it will have at any stage right now.
And they're opening up their shoulders a little bit here end of the innings, and that was a short ball. He got lucky to get away with that, the bowler. So no run off that ball. Carrying this ball out, but no longer tempting. These pitch balls are getting taken out the ground. Here we go again. This time just inside the boundary. Well fielded. Beautiful piece of slide fielding there. A couple of runs. That's excellent play all around. So we've got a good final here, Lloyd, with it. You know, Dallas really making or stretching University of Texas Arlington.
Yeah, well, you know, which is awesome, but also an indication of how these teams perform. Dallas came in having replaced so many of their players.
Yeah.
Came in, looked kind of, you know, shaky in their first game or two.
In fact, lost one, I think, yesterday.
Yeah.
They lost the game.
But gelled in it in a short time.
Absolutely.
And look at the performance they're putting up here.
Yeah. Now, they certainly, with a little bit of practice and game experience, they gel very quickly into a competitive unit. Oh, that was very close to an out. Just got an edge on it.
And they're guided by, practically coached by Pratik Dangle, who would normally be playing, but having had knee surgery recently, he's sitting out, hoping to get ready in time for nationals. Tremendous batsman is Pratik.
Right. Yeah, it's a nasty injury too. It's caught on the boundary, but bounces over. So, I think
he knocked it back in.
He knocked it back in. It was great stuff. That was classic fielding technique. 6 saved, thrown back in, and then the fielder picking up. And it can be confusing to the batsman. And I think we got a run out. Did we get a run out?
Well, we'll see what the umpires decide.
They're deciding.
They're consulting.
Yeah. So that was made possible by a brilliant piece of fielding there, which, you know, they've already had 3 6s in that general direction. So I guess the batsman are getting complacent.
Let's see what the replay shows.
So what have we got going here? 1 or 2 plays made all the difference. So the umpire signals 6, so they judged that the fielder caught that outside the boundary before.
Well, he knocked it back in, but it was a magnificent effort on his part. But
absolutely,
in knocking it back in, his feet appear to be on that line. So.
Well, he knocked it back in with his foot outside the boundary. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's what created a 6. Oh, he got that one. That's all the way at 6. So there's going to be no doubt about that. 2 back-to-back 6s here at Musa Stadium. We've seen some great batting in these final overs. This is going to put the real pressure on University of Arlington.
In the final over here, 58 for Khan, Jasprit Singh on 21, 64 for Khan, 5 6s, and 5 4s, 4 6s, and he goes again high. And that's another 6. What a tremendous display here by Khan and David.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a magnificent innings. He just held his ground until the late stages.
Yeah.
And he's now turned it on. This is the 5th 6.
Controlled aggression, 30 runs in what, 6 balls? I mean, it's just magnificent stuff.
7.92 now is the run per over.
It's a match-winning innings right here. And here we go again. And he gets away with that because it was in the total opposite direction of where the 6 have been coming. A couple of excellent, because the University of Dallas changing room delighted with the performance there by saying, oh, that's just a dream ending for Dallas as they come off. The total score now, Lloyd, of at the end of 20 overs.
We'll get an update in a second. But Khanna in a magnificent innings, turned it on, hit him 5 6s and 5 4s to finish on 70 and finishing on 21. So the pick of the bowls was Rahul Rai getting 3 wickets and setting back Dallas initially. But then after that, with Khanna holding the fort, we find that getting towards the end, he and Jasprit Singh turned it on and they finished on one.
If you're over 140, that's
yes,
winning.
so it should be 148 for 4.
Yeah, that's a winning score.
So
But
we'll get ready now for Arlington to chase that.
1, 2, 3,
So we just saw an exciting end there to the University of Texas Dallas innings. At first they looked a little shaky in the middle there, but then they were able to turn it on. Tell me about that. What happened towards the end there?
So we, to be honest, we have actually got a very good score on the board. So that was our main target going into bat first. That's the reason we elected to bat first after we won the toss. And at the end of 13th over, we were probably a 10 or 15 run shot, but then it was exceptional batting from Ashwin and also Jasprit to get us to that score. So feel that we have got a very good score on the board. And if we stick to our basics and like I said, we have a very good bowling unit. And if we execute our plans, I think we should be able to easily win this game.
All right, so Arlington at first got some great wickets there and kept Dallas down, but now you guys are facing a bit of a tough task here with 146 on the board by Dallas.
First of all, great effort by Ashwin. He batted really well. I didn't think we did field to our expectation, but we have got a good batting lineup to back up the score, and I back up my batsmen to win this.
All right.
University of Dallas Texas will be looking to